I am Suraj. I take care of trainings in Samsung. Today we will talk about the Samsung's flagship Ultrabook model. That's the Samsung Series 9 laptop. This is the laptop that I am talking about, and what's so special about this laptop is the thickness of this laptop and the premium and lifestyle finish offered by this laptop. Uh, One more thing that I would mention is the competition of this laptop, which is MacBook Air. MacBook Air is also a very good laptop, which is quite thin. What we are trying to say over here in Samsung is that our laptop, our Samsung Series 9 laptop, is slimmer than MacBook Air. It's better and more stronger than MacBook Air. How? The first thing that is apparent from this dark gray finishing is the material of which this Samsung Series 9 is made of. MacBook Air is made up of ordinary aluminium. However, this particular laptop is made up of a metal that's called duralumin. It's duralumin, and that is supposedly 2 times stronger than aluminium. So if we have a material which is twice stronger than aluminium, we can still make it half the thickness of the competition and still have the same strength as that of aluminium. Now, second noteworthy thing is the design of this premium product. In Samsung, we call it a paper folding design. If you have a sheet of paper and if you fold it, then it will give you the same shape as that of the side view of this particular laptop that you see over here. One more thing that I would like to talk about in this laptop is the screen. This laptop has a 13.3 inches wide XGA 1366 by 768 screen, and something which is really great about this screen is the peak brightness of the screen. Most of the laptops which are available in the market have a peak brightness of around 200 or 220 nits, nits being the measure of brightness. However, this particular screen has the peak brightness of 400 nits. Now, what's the advantage of having a screen which is twice the brightness of the competition is? Even if the customer or the user is working in broad daylight or in the open area, then still he would be able to see the contents of the screen without the screen getting, without the screen not being shown because of the powerful ambient light. Moreover, one more thing to talk about the screen is most of the screens nowadays which are available in the market have a glossy screen which looks really great in the showroom, but it has a very high amount of reflectivity, whereas this particular screen is not at all reflective because it does not have any reflective coating. It's just a plain matte screen. Moreover, the keyboard of this machine that you can see over here is a backlit keyboard, but with a difference. Most of the keyboard which are available with the competition just have a typical on-off sensor with the backlight of the keyboard. But what's so different about this particular laptop is the backlit of this keyboard has various steppings. It can be switched off completely, it can be low intensity, medium intensity and high intensity, and the user does not have to control it manually. It all happens automatically because this laptop has a ambient light sensor over here, because of which if there is the ambient brightness is on the lower side, then this laptop would automatically reduce the brightness of the screen and it would illuminate the backlight of the keyboard to the maximum intensity. One more thing that we would talk about is the touchpad. Most of the touchpad which are available in the market are not as big as the touchpad that you see over there. They are generally 2.2 or 2.5 inches in size, but this particular touchpad is 3 inches in size, and it has a multi-finger gesture control with it. Moreover, it has a clear glass coating in it to make it even more durable, and there are no buttons in the touchpad. The entire touchpad actually moves down for about a couple of millimeters whenever you want to press the left or the right mouse buttons. Now we will talk about the a component of this laptop which you don't see over here, and that is the battery. There is no way the customer can actually take out the battery from this laptop. Why? Because the battery of this laptop is completely sealed. It's within the casing of the body of this laptop, and it's a polymer, lithium polymer battery, and it can give you a backup time of around 8 hours or so. Now we will talk about the ports. Now in MacBook you can see the ports over here towards the side. They are visible on the sides of the laptop, but in this particular laptop the ports are all hidden behind the drop down plastic tab. And what are the ports that we see over here? The the port towards the right is the typical USB port, USB 2.0. Then we have a micro HDMI port. Now what you can do with micro HDMI port is you can either connect a cell phone, or you can connect a micro HDMI to HDMI adapter, or you can also connect a micro HDMI to VGA adapter to connect it to an external monitor or a projector. The third port that you see over here is where you connect the provided LAN dongle, so that you can connect the wired networking through it. Towards the right, we see another three ports over here. At the middle of this side is the mic in speaker out port, USB 3.0 port, and we also have over here micro SD card slot. Sorry. So these are the three ports which are available over here. So in all, this particular laptop is full of features which you would expect from a contemporary laptop, and at the same time this is quite lightweight. It's just 1.3 kgs in weight, and the thickness, the maximum thickness is only 16.3 mm, and that's the entire thickness of this machine. One thing quite amazing about this machine is the lightweight, and that is a result of using low voltage CPU and SSD drive. It's also known as solid state drive. And SSD drive is the SSD drive is something which does not have any moving component to store the data. It just uses memory chips on which you can store the data, and it helps in reducing the power consumption and also gives you better performance in booting the laptop. So these are the main features of this laptop which we talked about, like duralumin body, polymer battery, USB 3 and USB 2.0 ports, SSD drive, eye-catching design, duralumin chassis which is twice stronger than aluminum. So all these things together make this laptop one of the best and the most beautiful corporate usage, professionally looking laptop for the end customer. Thank you so much.